Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh, and today we're here to review episodes 1 and 2 of The Walking Dead Season 11.
That's right, Acheron's part
Acheron, yeah.
Acheron, part 1 and 2. So sorry for the delay, but Josh is actually feeling better. He wasn't feeling good on Sunday when we were going to record this, so he is feeling a lot better. So thank you so much for everybody who commented, giving Josh... warm welcome. Well, not warm welcomes, but you know what I'm saying, like feel better.
I'm a very open book. I'll tell you, I thought I had COVID.
Yeah.
Really did. I am vaccinated,
Yeah.
but I thought I had COVID, went to the emergency room, turned out to be just stress.
Yeah. So
Which sucks.
it sucks, man. We both have, regular work lives, as you guys know, or if you're new here, YouTube is not our primary source of income. We have regular jobs, and we do this just for having fun. We've built our channel over 3 years, and you guys have given us the opportunity to continue doing that, which we truly appreciate. So,
I didn't even know there was a post or anything, but
I
thank you for the warm wishes, everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like Jarrell said, life is crazy, and I don't think it's ever going to slow down. No. Honestly, I think we're just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, gonna have to deal with it.
Let's talk The Walking Dead.
Let's do it. So, man, those first 2 episodes really, really good and intriguing. We'll get to some stuff that I don't really like, but we'll get into the good stuff. So,
obviously, the Negan and Maggie tension was awesome.
Very good. And I think it's only going to continue a little bit more. They're starting to get some respect. Maggie's understanding Negan a little bit more. Negan's understanding Maggie a little bit more, and I think it's going to continue and continue.
Yeah, there's always, there's always going to be that elephant in the room. Always going to be, this is the killer of my husband. There's just no way around that. And is she ever going to be okay with him being alive? I think by the end of this, I think she's going to be at peace with it.
Right.
Whatever happens, I think she's going to be at peace.
Yeah, for sure. The dynamic right now, there's not too much to really dive into, but just the dynamic, the story right now is, it's going back and forth between the Reapers and the Commonwealth. Little bits and pieces here and there as we go along, which is what we kind of predicted. And the story is getting a lot darker with the Reapers now. We're going to be getting more and more into it. But hearing how Maggie talks and how her group talks, it's like, these dudes are freaking fucked in the head.
That story that Maggie told was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that wasn't a Reaper story, but
it wasn't a Reaper story, but it had to tie in with that dude that she basically killed.
Yep.
Like with her decision.
Yeah.
But that story was amazing, and it confirmed, right, that babies,
you could have a baby that dies and turns.
Yeah,
because that was one thing that we've always talked about.
Gosh, since. How long have you been wondering that? I think for me, it's like Fear the Walking Dead, the pregnant lady. Season 2 or 1? 2.
Possibly 2, yeah.
2.
Yeah.
On the board. On the ship.
Oh, on the ship, yeah. For sure.
Or on the boat.
Uh-huh. We've always wondered.
I've always wondered that. Yeah. That was a wicked story. Wicked story. Which
crazy.
I think you asked during or afterwards, is this the house that
has the demon type people?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is now, just because it seems like it was a guy who brought these women in to kill them, to cut off their arms and legs so they couldn't do anything, torture them.
Just a psychopath.
But you never know. Somebody else could have taken over the same house and created these demon outcast people. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
One of the things I don't like, and I know they do this on purpose, and you've mentioned it numerous times, like we need to get out of being at night. Didn't you notice that everything with Maggie, Daryl, and Negan was at night? Everything with the Commonwealth was in the day? Are they saying that everything that happened at the Commonwealth was during the day, on either the same day or within a couple days, and everything that happened with Negan was just in one night? Like, it's hard. It's you're jumping back and forth.
It's really frustrating because we all know why they, shows do night scenes. It's to hide flaws in production.
And to make it gloomy, dreary.
Sure. And I think it's just the beginning, unfortunately, because we know that the Reapers are night owls, if you want to say that term.
Yeah.
So it's only going to get worse, man.
Yeah. It's just, I saw some comments and it made you think like they're jumping back and forth between day and night. So is this a span of a couple days? Is this one day?
Yeah.
We don't know.
I get the subway scene because it's going to be dark in the subway.
Yeah, but by the time they got out, it was still night.
It was night.
I don't think they stayed there I mean, they quite possibly could have stayed there, let's say, during the next day, and then by the time they got out, it was night again. I get that, but it was just night the whole time when they were outside.
So, Daryl, what do you think there's any significance to that note, that dollar bill that he found, or are we going to see that as the season continues, or is that just kind of something that they threw in the episode?
It's a good question.
He really, he was drawn to that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I don't know what it's making him think about, though. I don't know if it's making him think about Rick, and Rick and Judith and the kids, or just thinking about past, the time before the fall. That's a good question. I'm not really sure if it'll have any significance or if it was just something that they wanted to give Daryl to have a slow down and kind of a memory. Or
he kept it.
He did keep it.
Yeah. So I'm, it's curious to see if that'll play a role into maybe a storyline that pops up.
Maybe he gets to the Commonwealth and he finds those kids. I don't know. Did those kids die?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I can't remember from the note.
I can't remember either.
At the kids because it was the father looking for the kids.
I thought it was the father that left to get supplies, and the kids had to leave their location and left that for the father.
Right, yeah.
So am I right?
I think so. Let us know. Yeah. We'll double check. But yeah, that'd be cool if maybe he gets to the Commonwealth and comes across some people, and it turns out either the father or maybe one of the kids, and he gives it back to him. I don't know how it would work, but that'd be kind of cool.
Well, I mean, so it was a note to the father. So essentially, what it would be is basically a note to the father saying, the kid's last message to him. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it'd be nice to see that, right? I would think. But
unfortunately, hopefully they didn't die. Or
no kidding, right? Here's a note from your dead kids,
right?
But really creepy scene in the subway with the bagged bodies and the paintings.
Yeah,
I did like how they did that.
I like it too. We're not getting too much background behind it.
Do we need to though?
Not truly. I mean, because they're going through that area anyway. I think it's just giving us, okay, there were people who were living down here. Something happened. They were taken out. We don't know if it was the Reapers. It could have been some other group that we'll never know about, but they were wiped out. Yeah. Which I think they were just showing more of the brutality of this world now, showing kind of the paintings of, I think it was you kill for your crown. It's like people fighting over those last pieces of food. They will kill each other to survive. And I think that's kind of what the picture was painting there, unfortunately. So
yeah. Other things with this group before we cut over to Commonwealth is Father Gabriel. I mean, he's on a whole different path right now.
He's a completely changed man. Yeah, he's a completely changed man. I know, like in the next episode teaser, they kind of showed a shot of him saying like, either God is not here anymore or something like that. It's like, dude, we know he still believes, but
he still believes.
He knows that things have gone
because there was a quick quirky comment, like something like, he said someone made a comment about God, and he said, of all people, I would know.
Right. Yeah. It was during the subway. Yeah.
So it's not like he doesn't believe.
He goes back and forth.
Yeah. A little bit. Man. And that would be the case, right? You're struggling to have faith in particular, this faith, when this goes down.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
It's absolutely brutal. Yeah. So what do you think about the decision that Maggie did with Gage?
I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I mean, her speech made it better for me. Like I was sitting in a better position after she went through that spiel. Mm-hmm. But still, here's why it bothers me. You ended up opening the door anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. It was just a senseless kill.
You ended up going through all of those walkers anyway.
Yeah.
And there were some people in the comments like, did they just make her kill him so she can end up giving that speech? Like,
you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. That's what it felt like. That's what made me mad, is it felt like it was just purposely placed filler.
Right. I mean, there wasn't much to his character. I mean, we know who he was. He was a brat kind of kid who, picked on Carl, and then he was, picking on, Enid and stuff like that. So, I mean, there wasn't too much to his character at all.
I did like how they reanimated him.
Oh, I like that a lot.
That was sweet.
Because I mentioned in our reaction, I was like, why won't they just devour him? They're already eating him. Does it right when he starts turning, the walkers are like, okay, this is dead blood. We're done. We'll leave him alone now. because he's one of us.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah, the decision was brutal, and I think they kind of did it to really let you understand that Maggie is not the same Maggie that we know who she is. You know, she's gonna have to make brutal decisions, and I don't want to say that making that decision made Negan think a little bit more of her, or if Maggie felt a little bit understanding of how Negan's situation was. I don't want to say that. You know, you have to make brutal decisions just because Negan did his way and she's doing this way. Completely different.
Do you think
situations.
it makes Negan feel better?
Maybe.
Like, I had to make the same decisions, so you can't really judge me in the way that I am? Because look,
I don't want to go too far into that.
I don't either. But
There's a portion of it.
But
we've
said this plenty of times. If you flip the script on Negan and the Savior, or Negan and the survivors,
right,
you could make an argument that Rick attacked first.
There is an article not too long ago that I saw that basically was saying, you know, why isn't Rick considered a villain? Rick made a lot of brutal decisions over his course in time. But this is not a Rick video.
But you know, and I don't want to go into that too much, but that is what pissed me off about All Out War.
Yeah.
Is they made it seem like that. Like, why did Rick attack? That's not how it went down.
Right.
Negan attacks first.
Exactly.
So
it was a brutal decision by Maggie. We get it. But, I mean, thank you, Gage, for being on The Walking Dead, the actor. I forgot his name, but it was an interesting scene. Yeah. It was really cool. So.
Commonwealth, man.
Commonwealth's good. It's getting good.
It was almost comical watching it at times.
Yeah, it was.
Because of Eugene and how deathly scared that dude is.
And like seeing Mercer kind of, you know, and King Ezekiel kind of giving shots at Mercer and he's just chilling. So I do have to mention, there were some comments that, you know, some people were thinking that we spoiled information. So in the reaction, when I know they're talking more about me, when they revealed the Stephanie, which is not Stephanie.
Is that the part people
were thinking that I was spoiling? Like, why are you spoiling? This isn't the real Stephanie. Now, this information has been out for a while.
No, that's not spoiler.
It's not spoilers.
Like, you can look that up. Matter of fact, there's an article about it now.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, they already casted the actress who actually plays Stephanie, the one who was on The Voice. And, you know, we mentioned it before in other videos, and I'm sure other YouTubers did as well, that this woman is not going to be the real Stephanie. We were kind of wondering, okay, did they do a casting change? No. So I understand people that don't read the source material, that we're not really giving much away. So, I mean, like, I will do my best not to, if I see something that is part of a comic book source material, I won't blurt it out in the reaction.
They didn't do that in the source material.
Well, I know, but kind of what I'm saying is like...
But here's the deal. I think that AMC screwed that up.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they weren't supposed to initially list her as the character.
Oh, they already did. They did months ago.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, this is known.
Right. This is known. I'm just saying, like, I understand that people don't read the comics, and if we blurt something out, we usually, when we do normal videos, we give a spoiler warning, but if it comes out in a reaction, I do apologize. I will make sure to either just react silently, and then we'll talk about it after the reaction's over in the review. But yeah, the real that fake Stephanie, it's not the real Stephanie, and we kind of predicted that they were going to use her as a decoy to get more information out of Eugene. Even though they're allowed in the Commonwealth, they're going to want to know more.
Yeah, so this is, but I do want to say that's not how they did it in the source material.
No.
But I will tell you that my prediction is, that's how they're going to find out about the other communities. Alexandria.
Yep.
Right there. Mm-hmm. She is going to be what's the word? A mole?
Just a mole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's going to find that out from Eugene.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
And then somehow they'll show her the real Stephanie.
Yeah.
And he'll be so pissed.
Yeah.
He'll be so pissed.
I loved Yumiko in these episodes. Absolutely loved her. And the way that she is just taking charge and her leadership.
Getting the Michonne storyline too.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, awesome.
I love it.
It like I'm almost glad they gave it to her.
Yeah.
Like even if Denai Guerrero is here, I'm almost glad she got it.
Yeah, we really love Yumiko, the actress, as well. I think they've done a really great job of expanding her story from the source material. Of course, she wasn't a lawyer in the comics, but really good job. And one thing I found in the comments is that because her brother is a thoracic surgeon, do you think he's going to be able to help King Ezekiel in any way.
Yeah, it's weird. Like it almost seems like they already started helping him, but he wouldn't go into detail.
No, he wouldn't go into detail.
Yeah, and
did they cut the goiter? Did they find something? We don't know. I doubt it. So that was an interesting thing. So, Princess is just hilarious. I from the source material, when you're reading it, you see the humor, you hear the humor in the words, and you see the facial expressions in the drawings, and seeing her come to life in live action, she is hilarious. I love what they're doing with Princess. We still want more, which I hope we get, but
absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
You get to see the comedic value come to life from the pages, and it's spot on.
It's spot on. And also from the source material, she kind of mentioned that fine ass dude in the oars. So hopefully we get to see more with those two. I mean, they shared at least one or two covers. One cover with each other on the source material, so it'd be awesome to see. What else is there? There's not too much with the Commonwealth. I mean, we haven't really seen the community yet because we're on the outskirts. The questions that the auditors were asking were very interesting. They're going back asking about zip codes. What did your parents do? We know that they are kind of a totalitarian type community. Dude. They want to know what you did before so they can place you in the right job for them.
But what Yumiko called out on how they're saving currency and controlling the flow of that currency.
Right. Because we saw that bin in the back.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was a really cool... that, I think, almost a favorite thing about both episodes to me is finding out those tidbits of information and how cool that is.
Yeah, it's really cool. Saying that they're trying to figure out all this information, and she's like, you just don't know if the person across from you will kill you in your sleep.
Yeah.
Like our bathing habits, our washing habits. Like, I mean, when was your last physical? Like,
when did you last, take a crap, I think.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's your stool like, I think was one question.
Yeah. I mean, Eugene just rattling off those zip codes. And actually, I did hear that those were real zip codes. Those zip codes were actually in the state of Texas. I can't remember the cities or counties, but those were actually real zip codes in Texas because Eugene is actually from Texas. So
nice.
I cannot wait to finally for them to view the community and to meet Pamela Milton. We did hear that we are supposed to meet her son first. We don't know if it's Sebastian, but we are supposed to supposedly meet her son first before we actually get introduced to Pamela Milton.
Nice.
So that would be interesting to find out if it's a complete rewrite of Sebastian. If it is Sebastian, if it's a complete rewrite, or what they're going to do. We've mentioned it so many times that the main three characters in this story are not here, so what the heck are they going to do? But I think the story with the Commonwealth is progressing pretty good so far, letting, for all the non-comic book readers, let us know in the comments how you feel that you're learning about the Commonwealth. Is it going at a decent pace so far?
I think it's going at just the right pace.
Yeah, we feel that.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, they're keeping us interested throughout to get through what's happening with Maggie and the Reapers, and then everything I think is going to start coming together the next half.
For sure. Yeah, we truly believe, and we've mentioned it, that the Reapers will probably not make it out of part A. If they do, they might just bleed over to one episode in part B. But after that,
one Reaper might be around who has decided to stick with our group. Maybe. I don't know, but I just don't see them going into the second half.
No, because we haven't really seen their true numbers. I mean, if the Reapers who were walking on the road, if that's their entire crew, that's not much.
No, not at all.
But I imagine there's probably more back in Meridian. How much more? We'll find out.
Maggie doesn't think so. But Maggie could be completely wrong.
Yeah, I think we'll probably. I don't know if we're going to see it in episode 3 or not. We're going to be reacting to that here soon. So, maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
So,
one last thing.
Yeah,
the Magenta Storm.
The Magenta Swarm. Yes, guys, we posted a tweet on that it was a callback to the source material. The Magenta Swarm is a large horde that the Commonwealth were occasionally going out and fighting every once in a while, kind of trying to dwindle their numbers. And
Mercer seemed reveled in that.
Yeah.
Like he loved dealing with that.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I remember a page in the source material where a couple guys were like, "Man, Mercer's going to be mad that he didn't get a chance to come out here and fight them or whatever." So, so it's like a routine thing to try to clear these numbers. So that was a really short, really quick Easter egg for the non-comic book readers, that Magenta Swarm is a massive horde that we actually never really saw.
Nope.
So we saw bits and pieces, but not how big it's supposed to be. So, but yeah, episodes 1 and 2 were pretty good. Really awesome. The story's going well. Stay tuned for our episode 3 review once we react to episode 3. And we'll see you guys next time. I'm Jarrell.
I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're up.